Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 79 of the Young Kings Wrestling Podcast, featuring the Sovereign Soundboard. As always, you can find us on most platforms streaming podcasts, including iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and iHeartRadio. If you're listening on iTunes, leave us a review. Links to all platforms are available at ykwrestling.com. Also, ykwrestling.com, Black Lives Matter inspired, NWO inspired Black Lives Matter shirts available classic, like my guy Reek got on over here, or breast cancer styles. Just head over to that link tree at ykwrestling.com. Click that What a Maneuver link. Proceeds from these shirts are deposited into a fund, and it goes towards legitimate causes benefiting Black Lives Matter. We day nine of no Instagram. Still working diligently.
Oh man!
In due time, I guarantee that I'm fighting like, you ever seen Tyler Perry's Daddy's Little Girls, and like Idris Elba was trying to fight to make sure he ain't lose his daughters. That's how I'm fighting to get this page back, y'all.
Oh man!
Try, man. Hey, I'm the what was you about to say, man?
I've been trying not to think about that.
me neither, but I can't help it. I can't help it because like I just haven't had any interest in posting it on the other pages. Like nobody follows it. So y'all gotta follow it, man, at YK_Wrestling_. In the meantime, I am the thespian TC Fontaine, joined by the nature boy Reek Flair. My guy out here got the sleeveless hoodie on. I'm just call him Reek KO from now on out here. If you follow us on Twitter, just joining our conversation using the hashtag YK Wrestling. I want to start off real quick before we get into anything. Sending our condolences, man, to the family and friends of Joseph Hudson. In a message from NWA owner and president Billy Corgan, Hudson passed away this past week due to an undiagnosed medical issue. Joseph Hudson was better known to NWA fans as Josephus and the Question Mark. If you're an OG listener of the YK Wrestling Podcast, you remember during our first few months around that time when NWA Power first had, this first few episodes, and they had that song Into the Fire. You know how close to our heart the NWA Power was during that brief 5-month period that it was airing before COVID took it out of here. But it sucks to have such an integral part of that show being, he won't be around going forward. I heard they got some new content that they're filming. So maybe
March 21st through the 24th.
That's when it's going to air, or when that's when they're filming.
That's when we're going to start taping.
Ah, dang. See, I was saying like maybe they have some stuff, put in the backlog, with the question mark on it. Get some stuff in there, but they took down a lot of the videos on their YouTube though, so can't even go back and watch any videos of the question mark. But he was partnered with Aaron Stevens, formerly known as Damian Sandow / Damian Mizdow. So that's who he was with, and I kind of fell out of watching it once COVID hit and the show stopped coming around. NWA people started popping up everywhere else. Eli Drake in WWE now, and it's crazy out here. So,
yes, sir.
Condolences, man, to Joseph Hudson. 2002. I did not watch my 2002 rewatch this week. I watched Raw, but nothing really notable happened. Like they just been building to Mania feud. So Kane and Kurt Angle getting into it. They had their match at WrestleMania. Undertaker beat the shit out of Arn Anderson. That's probably the most notable thing that happened. So I think coming up soon is when he meet David Reed. I said David Reed. David Flair up at the gym. He beat David Flair ass. Yeah. That's when Ric Flair decide he gonna fight him at Mania.
Yeah. So I'm like 2 weeks after SummerSlam, going up to Unforgiven. Triple H got the big gold back on, and
Be my guy
Brock
RVD.
is about to face. Brock is about to face Taker, and Paul done brought his wife into it. Made this shit personal.
Kurt Angle had a really good match in Unforgiven that year.
I'm trying to think who.
I'm not gonna say who he faced, but he had a good match against that person.
Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha.
It was a really good match. I might go watch it again. If I can stomach watching it, I'll watch it. Speaking of that, real quick, happy birthday. Happy what will be the 21st birthday of Daniel Benoit this past week. As time has flown.
Yeah, man. That is wild. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked when I saw it. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that is wild, bro. I gotta say this though, because I watched SummerSlam like last week. Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio might have the best opening match I've ever seen.
Oh,
for 10 minutes to open the show,
like
that might be the best opener ever.
There's only one other opener that I would put close to that, and it also involves Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania 21 versus Eddie Guerrero.
Oh yeah.
That's probably the only one I can think that I would put up there with it.
Yeah, that right there was 10 minutes of fire easily.
Seth and Brock was fun too, though.
Yeah. I mean, I was there, so I enjoyed every second of that.
Of course.
I gotta say this though, as I'm watching 2002, the stuff with the women, man, I am so glad. Looking back on this in hindsight, I am so glad we are out of that era, because it's
not just the women on the roster.
Yeah,
just women in general.
Because I know you brought this up last week.
HLA.
We got to HLA, and I'm just like, it was so cringy from start to finish. Like, man, how did we? Like, as a kid, you don't see it this way. You don't have that perspective yet. But it's like now.
Cause I was just like, what the hell is a lesbian, bro?
Yeah, right.
I was like, what's a lesbian? I didn't ask my parents though. It just seemed like some shit that I probably shouldn't be knowing.
Right. Yeah, I was just like, I'm just keep it to myself. But then like that, the whole thing with Fink, I'm like, yo.
Oh, with Lillian? Oh my God. What the hell was the point?
I'm like, I don't remember Fink being a perv like this. Like, you just
it was carrying on for a long time too, which is what I didn't understand.
Way too long. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I'm glad we out of that phase, because
took long enough.
Damn.
Did you catch Moxley versus Kenta?
I didn't. I keep hearing everybody talking about it. No spoilers and shit like that. Like, I gotta watch it at some point, because it must have been good.
It was cool. Like it took a while for them to really get going, in my opinion. But once they got going, And I thought Kenta was gonna get the dub, but Moxley got the win. He retained his championship. So hopefully going forward, this means we see more of a Moxley at the LA dojo. Maybe. I attacked 141 matches in February, man. It's I'm down from last month. I was at 166 last month, but we had 141. So I did, like, last couple weeks I wasn't feeling it. Like I missed a couple episodes of Impact. I could have got my total up a little bit. And it was just some other stuff. Like, it was some matches on Dynamite this past week that I just didn't pay attention to, and I wasn't gonna put them on my watch list.
Yeah, that's cool. It is what it is.
Yeah,
I don't even get into Dynamite. So.
Yeah, right. Reek used to go on the YK Wrestling page to find out what happened on Dynamite.
Exactly. I might watch this pay-per-view though. Like,
we're gonna talk about that pay-per-view.
Yeah, they restoring my faith in Sting a little bit, and that main event, that might get me. I don't know. We're gonna see.
Yeah. So far in 2021, on TV at least, I've watched 307 matches. Man, don't even seem like it. That's how much wrestling you watch. You just watch 300 matches 2 months into the year.
That's crazy.
You know, now we kicking off March with a big main event. Well, it's big for us. You know who us is. On Raw, my guy Bobby Lashley taking on my guy Miz for the WWE title. Listen, y'all know Miz, my dude. You know how I felt last week. It had been 10 years. 10 years.
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
I waited 10 years for the Miz to win another championship. Listen, if he gonna lose anybody this early, Bobby Lashley the person I need for it to happen.
It better be.
I already know that I'm not gonna get my hopes up because I sense a Drew McIntyre getting involved in this match. Maybe before or during or after, but at some point. If WWE, if y'all don't want to, if y'all want to make me happy, have Bobby win and then Drew do whatever the hell he got to do afterwards, because that is what Drew McIntyre would do. Bobby Lashley waited until after Drew's match to beat his ass. So while Drew's supposed to be the stand-up dude, you beat his ass after he win the championship. Don't interrupt a main event, because that's not what Drew McIntyre would do.
Right.
Look, I'm just saying. What's your thoughts on this main event, man? Who you got winning?
To be honest, we've seen one world title change hands on Raw in the past year. I don't think we're going to see another one. That being said,
well, you used to get it all the time, though.
No, yeah. It's just it's less frequent nowadays. But since you want to have all these pay-per-views in between the Rumble and WrestleMania, Fastlane's coming up. You got a whole bunch of new subscribers through Peacock and all that. Listen, man. If anything screwy happens on Raw with this match, then Fastlane comes. Bobby Lashley needs to win the title. That is the deadline. You know what I'm saying? Because
giving them a 2-week grace period.
Yeah. Because just because, like I said, there's so much time that you're gonna put all these pay-per-views in here. You got time to work with that. That's why it shouldn't have been an issue, and it's not an issue as far as I'm concerned that Miz won the title. But ultimately, I know something's gonna go down with Drew. He's gonna work his way back into the title picture going into Mania. What I've heard is that regardless of what match they set up for Mania with the WWE title, Bobby's going to be in it as champ or as challenger. So I don't care either way.
Is that a reek bomb?
Whether it's something like that. Whether it's tomorrow, whether it's Fastlane, or whether it's Mania, I need this to happen. I would prefer Fastlane because you don't need to give it away on Raw. Yeah, you don't need to give it away on Raw like that. And, again, new subscribers, new audiences, draw them in with something big. But listen, at the end of the day, as long as it's between now and Mania, it needs to happen. So tomorrow, I don't know. I doubt it happens then, because you still got Braun Strowman out there. Don't know why he's involved. Don't know why he's interjecting. He's asking for his title shot. Oh, well, yeah, I know what they're gonna do, but it's just like
here comes the money.
Keep sticking his nose in it, talking about he clarified. I'm like, listen, if you can't pronounce the correct word, you don't need a damn title shot for nothing. You need to go back to Hooked on Phonics. But
hey, why they got my dude like wearing the gloves around his waist when he come down to the ring? What's that about?
And I don't never see he don't wear them, do he?
You wear them in the ring when he wrestled, but like when he not wrestling, his gloves is just like attached to his waist and shit, like he a handyman.
Yeah, I don't get it. I think they can't figure out how they want Braun to look, so they just keep giving them like new some new attires to go with every week and just keep being the same person. I need them to get rid of that train though. That's getting on my nerves.
Yeah, that shit aggravating.
I don't want to see that when we get back to crowds. Right. No. I don't want to see that when we get back to crowds. Like, get rid of that. Like that's y'all only gonna get that pass in the Thunderdome. When y'all gone out of there,
I don't even get a pass from me in the Thunderdome.
Well, at least there I understand, because it's like, you know what, you don't have a crowd, so you gotta, play around with some stuff. So yeah. I don't like it, but I'll deal with it now. But y'all get back to like Mania, y'all get back to them crowds, but get rid of that shit. I don't want to see it.
Facts, man. So, if you're gonna give Bobby the belt tomorrow, we fresh off Black History Month. You feel me?
Perfect way to do it.
Hey, man.
Hey, if he does get it tomorrow, he needs to keep it right the way through WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if, and I don't want this to happen, but even if he drops it at Mania, he doesn't lose it if he wins it tomorrow, from now all the way through then. And I don't even want to see him drop it at Mania. If he wins it and holds it through Mania, I want to see him retain. I don't care if it's Drew, I don't care if it's Brock, I don't care who it is. That's what we need to have.
Facts. We need more Black people winning at Mania, man.
Yeah.
Because
you got two.
You want to know a tidbit? You want to know a quick little tidbit this is a fact. This is a fact, Reek. Fact. It is a fact. WrestleMania 33. WrestleMania 33 in Orlando, Florida was the first time any Black wrestler won a championship match at Mania. Naomi won the SmackDown Women's Championship in her hometown at WrestleMania 33. That's a fact. Go look it up. You can look it up. That's true. Rock never won a championship at Mania.
I can't.
The Rock has entered Mania as a champion and left.
Yeah.
But he's never won a championship at Mania. I mean, Naomi, the first Black person to win a championship at Mania.
Bruh. Ain't no, I'm about to.
And it took till like Russell. If I'm not mistaken, it took till WrestleMania 3 for a Black person to win a match by pinfall.
Oh well, yeah, we knew. We knew what time that was.
A Black person lost the first ever WrestleMania match. Facts.
Yeah, it's a bad look. Super bad.
I'm saying, man, let this Black man win the belt at Mania. If you're not gonna have him winning all the time,
that's crazy.
There's only been two Black people to win a championship at Mania at all.
I can't. There's no way, bro.
I'm dead serious. Where you at now? Where you at now? What you looking at?
I'm on 31. I'm just going backwards. Like,
okay.
Ain't no way, man.
Let me help you out. I'm gonna join in with you in a second. Once I can find the page.
Cause I'm like, cause there's been so many matches across here. Like, I'm like, even a mid-card title or a tag team title.
None.
Didn't get nothing.
None.
Until Naomi. That's
WrestleMania 14. The Rock beat Ken Shamrock. Well, he didn't beat Ken Shamrock. He lost, and then Ken Shamrock started beating his ass and beating the rest of the nation's ass after the match, and the referee reversed it. So The Rock won by technicality, and he was a champion. So I'm still not counting that. No. That was at WrestleMania 14. WrestleMania 15, The Rock lost the championship to Stone Cold.
Yeah.
He didn't even win the match. Let me see what we got here, man. So I'm helping you look myself.
No way.
Oh, yeah. Nobody right there. WrestleMania 15 besides The Rock. WrestleMania 16. Nope.
Ain't got no love for Black folks in there.
WrestleMania 30. Just for the sake of moving on, WrestleMania 33 was the first time.
Yeah. That happened. I guess.
We need to do better, man. I'm saying let me start booking. That's all I'm saying. Let me start booking.
I mean, at least if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it in a big way. Naomi wins the women's title, Kofi winning the big one. Like, good looks for that. You know what I'm saying? But 2 out of fucking 36, bro.
From 1984 to 2017.
Like, that's crazy.
It's wild, man.
Can't get no titles, bro.
None of us. The disrespect. The audacity. What you find?
Oh, never mind. I thought MVP beat Chris Benoit 23.
Nah, he lost to him.
It was the 2 out of 3 falls at Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, yeah. I mean,
they really had us going out bad, man.
All right, but Book should have won this shit. We ain't gonna spend too much time talking about that.
Listen. I done sharped on 19 several times.
We coming up on the anniversary of that promo too.
Oh God!
It's at some point this month. I don't remember the date. I want to say it's the 10th.
That alone should have netted you the win right there. It's like, listen, you
people like you don't get to be world champion.
Like at that point, like, listen, you gonna put this man over, you gonna catch these hands for real. No work.
Facts. Hey man, let's move on. Let's talk about some AEW stuff, man. We got a pay-per-view coming up this week. I'm not gonna talk about that just yet. But in just some very notable AEW news. Well, Tony Khan announced on Twitter this past week the signing of former WWE, WCW, and ECW champion Paul Wight, known to mostly everybody as the Big Show. In addition to continuing his in-ring career, Mr. Big Show, now known by his shoot name Paul Wight, will serve as a commentator on the newest AEW show titled AEW Dark Elevation, which at the same time does not sound much different from AEW Dark, but we will see. What are your thoughts on this, Reek? Are we finally going to get that Big Show and Shaq match that we've been trying to get for the past better part of the decade?
Man, I don't care. This is my thing, because this first came up in conversation.
Hold on real quick.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Exactly. That right there. Because this first came up in conversation about like 10 years ago, because it was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 28 down in Miami. I was down for it then. Like, okay, that's interesting. Basically at that time, Mania was looking kind of like a 2-match card. It was end of an era, Rock and Cena. The rest of it was kind of So it's like, you want to add an attraction to that? Cool, I'm with it. Whatever. The negotiations fell through. That didn't happen. And we started talking about 32, I think. And then they had him come into in the Dre, and they had like a face-off. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's all we're gonna get. Then they started talking. I think they started talking about the next year in Orlando. That didn't happen. So I'm like, all right, listen. It's years and years going by. I'm losing interest real quick. And now at this point, Big Show, basically, without saying it, he's pretty much getting ready to retire. Like this, he's going there as a commentator. So it's not like I'm sure he will wrestle, but that's not going to be his main thing. Like, he's going to be wrestling sometimes and mostly commentating. Shaq is going to have this match with Cody. I think it's next week or a week after.
Yeah, this week on Wednesday.
Okay. I might watch that. Him and Jade. So, I mean, based on
tapped
how
in
that
for
looks,
Jade.
I might change. Oh yeah. It's,
you feel me?
Yeah. Typically, I'm not the type to go for a woman that's more brolic than me, but I don't know.
And she could hoop.
Anyway. Yeah. But no, depending on how he looks there, I might change my mind. But as of right now, I don't give a damn. I really don't. I can live without it at this point. I really could. Shaq got to do something special for me to change my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm like you said, I'm mainly gonna be watching Jade. So I mean, it's really gotta catch my attention at that point.
And I like NXT show next week a little bit better too. That's me.
Right.
Like I'm more interested in the pay-per-view versus this episode of Dynamite. That's just me. But as far as Mr. Wight goes, first I didn't even know his contract expired. I did peep that none of his social media said the Big Show anymore in the last few weeks, but I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought like, all right, he's just changing, you know. And next thing I know, it was either you or Malik sent in a group chat that Big Show was all elite. I was like, what? I think it was Malik that sent that. I was like, what? That was the first thing I saw. I grabbed my phone. That's the first thing I saw. I was like,
I thought it was a joke.
I did too. And I started,
let me check this for real.
And now I started seeing like all these other photoshops of WWE people that you wouldn't expect to be in AEW saying they're all elite with a new name. So like Roman Reigns was Greco Games. He was all elite. Shawn Michaels was a Magic Mike Hickenbottom. The Rock was the Boulder. Stone Cold was the Iceman Steve Williams.
Yeah.
Taker was Dead Man Mark Calloway. And Vince was
the boss man.
The boss Millionaire Mac.
Yeah.
It got a kick out of me. It was fun. So we gonna stay with AEW a little bit, man. We talked about it just a little bit briefly. Revolution is next week, man. It's next Sunday, and I think it's gonna be weird because usually they pay-per-views are on a Saturday, so they having the Sunday pay-per-view, which I thought Saturday was gonna be their thing that they did, but I don't know. But let's run these matches down. We're getting the debut of Sting. This is going to be his first match in 5.5 years. So let's start off with that match, man. Team Taz, Brian Cage and Ricky Starks versus Darby Allin and Sting in a street fight. See Sting get a little action this past week.
Feel a little better.
And the Stinger splash on folks.
Yeah.
So at least he can move.
Yeah. I feel just slightly better about it.
It's a little bit. He's still 61.
Right. Yeah. Because, with my first thoughts when they said he was going to wrestle, I'm like, listen, this man with the injuries plus the age, it's like you may as well be wrestling with a glass vase. Like, I don't like it. And then I saw the whole thing where he powerbombed Sting. I'm like, that man is 61 years old. What are you doing? You trying to turn him into a vegetable? I had issues, but this week, he's looking a little better. I mean, he doesn't have to do much. I don't expect him to do much. So, he doesn't need to make this work at the end of the day. I did notice, and we was talking about this on Twitter. They done dragged Taz's son into this.
Yeah.
Taz just sitting there on commentary, just watching. You ain't gonna help your son. It's a lot of personal stuff on this card. But
Taz trying to get that Ric Flair in the lead for worst father.
Oh yeah.
Like Ric Flair is still ahead, but Taz this past week, Taz was looking like he might want to throw his name in there a little bit. So when your son goes and joins Cody Rhodes again, don't say nothing.
Oh man,
I was sticking up for Taz before, because he, put the Taz mission on Cody for mentioning his son's name. So I was going to bat for Taz. I was like, this is what a father's supposed to do. Like, you better than that fellow Rey Mysterio. But here Taz goes. It's not gonna help your son. So he looking to throw his hat in there. I'm gonna monitor Taz going forward. You know, seen that? You seen that that Stephen A. clip when he was on General Hospital? Hey Taz,
Which one?
you're under surveillance.
Yeah.
Going forward, you're under surveillance.
Right. Shout out to Brick.
Who you got winning? I think it's obvious, but who you got winning?
It is obvious, but I'm gonna flip because I'm not a fan of Team Taz. So
I'm trying to be. I like Ricky Starks, but it's the collective. I don't think it's a good collective of folks that match.
Right. So I'm just in the mindset that if you're gonna try and make this work going forward, they need to win. They don't have to be convincing because Darby Allin's gonna put on a crash test dummy show. So if you want to sell this to people, make this go over going forward, Team Taz needs to win.
I'm on the opposite side of you with that one. I think that, like, just kind of bouncing off what I was just saying, they don't have any chemistry really. I think Ricky Starks should branch out on his own and do his own thing away from Team Taz. You can keep Brian Cage with Taz because he needs a mouthpiece. Where the hell has Will Hobbs been? I don't know. I don't watch Dark. He might have been on there. I don't know. He hasn't been on Dynamite as far as I know in a very long time. So it's him and Brian Cage together.
Yeah.
What was you saying?
I think the last time he was on screen was when they was in the car and they started dragging Darby in that bag throughout the parking lot. I think that's the last time he was on screen. Yeah, but I think it works better when you have Cage and Hobbs.
Yeah, like Ricky Starks is cool. But I think you got Taz there being the mouthpiece. You don't need Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks can talk for himself. So let him do that. Put him in a TNT title scene afterwards. Like just let him be an affiliate of Team Taz, but just let him do his own thing.
Yeah,
I think that's the best route we can go going forward. Cut the check, Tony.
Yes, sir.
Hey, for the AEW Tag Team Championships, the Young Bucks defend the titles against Chris Jericho and MJF of the Inner Circle. That sounds weird, but we saw Chris Jericho and MJF beat the brakes off of their daddy this past week.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they put some personal stuff on this card, man.
Which I didn't get it, but I'm also not a fan of the Young Bucks, so seeing their daddy get their ass beat is just like
beat bloody. Like, yeah.
So I think we might get a different Young Bucks in this match, which I think is something I'm actually going to pay attention to myself during this match. I'm going to pay attention to how they compete. I think I'm not a big fan of their style in ring. So I think if they bring a different dynamic to this match, like these dudes put hands on your dad. These dudes beat the shit out your daddy. Your dad ain't a wrestler. Like y'all gotta come in with some different type of aggression during this match. So with that, I got them winning. I think they're gonna show a different side. Maybe they might make a fan out of me. Kenny Omega kind of did it. Like I haven't really, talked my shit on Kenny Omega since he's been champion. So if Kenny Omega can turn it around, I'm pretty sure the Bucks can. Johnny Gargano can turn it around. Because you can go check my tweets on Johnny Gargano.
Oh, come on, man.
I was calling that man a loser for like 2 years. So any wrestler can turn it around with your boy.
Listen, Kenny, I get, but Johnny, I don't know if you'd be a fan of that, man. I don't know, bro. But
who you got winning?
I will say, for the purposes of furthering what we all know is the ousting of Jericho from the inevitable. Circle, yeah, you got to put the Young Bucks over. I'm with you. I need to see some heat because I'm not as critical as other people are the Young Bucks, but like I said before, this is personal shit. We had a lot of craziness.
It's me. I'm
on
other
this
people.
card making it. I mean, you were one of them, but I see like a lot of people just that calling them spot monkeys and all this other stuff, which I get. I see what they're talking about, but yeah, it's just you gotta bring another element to this. It's got to be real. Like, and you got two guys in Jericho and MJF that can create that well too. So they gotta get this win, and we gotta just create more for that storyline of them splitting off and MJF, I guess, taking over as the leader going forward. And him versus Jericho is gonna make for some damn good TV. That's what I'm gonna tune in for AEW for.
Just the promos alone.
Yeah. Most definitely.
And I think with Jericho also it helps him as well. I think going forward, as far as like where we get with the end game of his story, I think it's gonna help Jericho out a lot because it's like the past year, ever since Jericho lost the championship, I haven't really cared too much about Jericho or the Inner Circle. So I think him getting ousted is gonna surprisingly bring a level of empathy to his character.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be the face. Easily. Yeah. He's not gonna be baby, but number
he's
one,
gonna
the
be the face.
Already, the fans already, they sing Judas every time he comes out. Like, he's the heel, but he's the heel that people love.
Yeah.
So it's like once he's the one that gets the
WrestleMania
like,
20. I mean,
right.
Yeah, kind of similar to that. Similar to
the
WrestleMania 20. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're easily gonna side with him, and he's just gonna just be himself. He's not really gonna change, but it's like the dynamic is going to.
And Jericho's never been a bad face.
Right.
He's been a better heel.
MJF is just killing as a heel. Like, the dude is only 24. He's like one of the best heels that they got on TV right now.
Right.
So I mean,
he only been wrestling for not that long either.
Right. Like those promos are going to be wild. The match is going to be fire. So it's got to start here. Like, Young Guns got to beat their ass, and they got to have like some little miscommunication between the two of them too. Like, they got to show the cracks when they ultimately break up.
For sure. Next up, man, we got Hikaru Shida defending the AEW Women's World Championship against the winner of the Eliminator Tournament, which is either going to be we got Ryo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. As we talked about before we went live. I have not really tuned into this tournament at all, so excuse me if I'm mispronouncing this name, but it's Ryo Mizunami, I want to say. She is the finalist from the Japan side, and the finalist from the US side is either going to be Thunder Rosa or Nyla Rose, and whoever wins that match faces Shida at Revolution. Just so for the sake of anything, just as far as I want to see, I don't want to see Nyla Rose and Shida fight again. I just don't. I'm tired of seeing that. Ryo Mizunami and Shida would probably be good matches. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a bad Joshi match before. I just don't really watch it a lot, but the ones I've seen, never been bad. There's one particular Joshi match that I want to go watch. It's a classic. I've seen a little bit of it. Bull Nakano versus Aja Kong in a cage match from like 1997 or some shit. I don't know. I gotta find it. But for what I want to see Shida versus Thunder Rosa. But I can see them going just full Japan versus Japan at the end of this tournament. But no matter what they do, I got Shida winning the championship again, or retaining the championship rather than walking out. That's just me. Who you got with?
You know what? I'm going to take Thunder Rosa to win the tournament and win the belt. Because I'm going to be honest, I love me some Shida. I think they've run about all they can do with her as champ, at least for now, because, there was too much stop-start during her run. Like you would have her have a big match on a pay-per-view, and then you just throw out some just randoms for her to have matches with, and it didn't generate enough like
3-minute matches on Dynamite.
Yeah, it wasn't cutting it. You know what I'm saying? You brought in Thunder Rosa because, you know, she brings new eyes coming over from NWA and everything like that. And her whole thing is she wants to win the AEW Women's title and the NWA title back. If you want to go down that road, that's cool. But, you know, it just brings something fresh. Like there's so many potential stories that you could make with Thunder Rosa's champ. You could revisit the whole thing with Britt Baker. She could face Nyla Rose at some point in time. I don't want to see Nyla Rose champ, but, you know, seeing her,
she's an attraction, man.
Yeah. You get her with somebody different to work with. You know, you got something there. But just to and you can see, you can just experiment with it, see how long, you know, it works. But keep Sheeta in the scene. You know what I'm saying? They could have a rematch. They could have a couple matches, you know, but it's just to mix things up a little bit. And, you know, I think more than likely Thunder Rosa wins it anyway. Whether or not she wins the belt is a different story, but that's what I would go with.
For sure. Next up, it's a big money match. The winner of this match receives the loser's first quarter earnings for 2021. Hangman Adam Page versus Matt Hardy. You know, that finesse game going crazy with my guy Hangman. I think we both can agree that Mr. Page is going to win this one. Or not?
I want to say yes. Something in me feels like Matt is going to like sneak a win out of this, and you know, just trying to get more of that heel heat. I don't know. I feel like the narrative has been a lot of beating Adam Page down the last few months, so he kind of needs this win. So I'll say he'll probably win, but just like in the back of my mind, I kind of feel like some sneak shit will happen when Matt that he wins the match. But I'm gonna stick with Page for right now.
But you also got to consider Hangman. He got the Dark Order as his allies, so maybe they'll be there to answer the call if necessary. But we will see. Next up, Face of the Revolution ladder match, which is for a future AEW TNT Championship opportunity. I said championship opportunity. I said it on purpose. Yeah. Cody Rhodes versus Scorpio Sky versus my guy Pentagon. Ray Phoenix did not qualify because he lost to Lance Archer, who is in this match. That's fine. I like Lance Archer too. We have either number 10 of the Dark Order or Max Caster. Who the hell is Max Caster? All right. I don't know. I don't know. In the other spot, it says to be determined. So I might get some debuts or something. I don't know. But just it's whoever I like most in this match is gonna be my choice. So I like Lance Archer. And I think Lance Archer deserves another shot at the TNT title.
I might change my mind depending on who that last person is.
Yeah, I don't know who that last person is. I can't say it, but
yeah, based on this field right now, give me Pentagon.
Okay,
easily, without question.
Cero miedo.
They don't need to be a tag team for him to put on a fire match.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying. And
Phoenix neither. We saw Phoenix and Archer this past week. It was a bang.
Yeah, no doubt. And you know, I feel like him and Darby would have a good match, but I don't know. Like I need to see like that match with that he had an impact with. Was it Sammy Callahan?
Who? Penta?
Penta.
I wasn't watching Impact back then, so I can't really tell.
Man. Yeah, like there was a match I seen with him, and I think it was Sammy Callahan at Sacrifice. That's what made me say, okay, all right, Lucha Bros are dope, but Pentagon can go by himself. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why they don't often show that, because it's always, them, the two of them, or the death triangle with Pac. Like, listen, go all in on this dude and let this rock for a little bit. I'm with it.
For sure.
But again, based on what we got right now, I got to see what that last person is.
It depends on that last person. So when Sunday get here and that last person come out, and if it's somebody that's notable, that's my choice. I don't know who it'll be, but that's my choice. Next up, we got who we got, man? Oh, yeah, I don't think nobody cares about this one. Miro and Kip Sabian versus the Best Friends. Skip.
You know what's crazy? Everybody said that WWE wasted him.
Mm-hmm.
What's he doing now that's so much better?
Nothing.
Like this is what we freed Miro for. Like, really? The fact that I'm really like sitting here like, damn, I don't give two shits about this match whatsoever. Who's in it? What's going on? And this is a dude that we said get him the hell out of WWE so he could be getting the right opportunities. And now it's just like,
at least he can Twitch though.
I guess like that's the idea, a little more freedom. But yeah, I genuinely don't care. I do not.
I got best friends.
I guess Miro. They should. Why not? But yeah, I don't care. Generally don't.
Nah. So we got a casino tag team royale. They do these casino royales like every chance they can get. This is for
just for Double or Nothing.
You would think so. It would be for their casino themed shows and not these other pay-per-views, but it's for a future tag team championship match. We got a Bear Country, whoever that is, versus Alex Reynolds and John Silver of the Dark Order, Evil Uno and Stu Grayson of the Dark Order, Santana and Ortiz of the Inner Circle, Private Party, Top Flight, Butcher and Blade, and another team, Botcher and Bland, versus another team to be determined. And that to be determined team is my choice to win this one. And that to be determined team is the Good Brothers.
All right. Well, if they do show up, I'm changing my pick to them. But for now, just give me Private Party. I mean, I'm losing faith that they're gonna get their due at this point in time. I'm glad that you got Matt Hardy away from them. Yeah. I'm glad you got Matt Hardy away from them because he wasn't doing them really nothing for them. But man, like, when is it gonna be time? You know what I'm saying? Like, I need answers to that. But yeah, if the Good Brothers show up, then all bets is off. I change my pick. And I think this goes without saying, if for some ungodly reason, if the Bees, the Botchers, and the Blands win this match, I will not.
I'm shutting the paper.
I will not only riot, I will not only rant. AEW will be banned. I will never talk about it again, at least for the rest of the year.
Oh man,
at least the rest of the year.
That's fair.
Like if the conversation of AEW comes up, I'm out of the conversation.
That's fair.
If that happens,
that's fair.
So y'all listening, y'all love to test me week after week after week. Test me with this shit. Please try me with this. I'm not playing. So anybody but Botcher and Bland, but my preference is Private Party unless the Good Brothers show up.
So if the Good Brothers don't show up as that mystery team, give me one of the Dark Order pairs, preferably the one with John Silver in it, as he's like the most popular guy.
But, Baby Hands?
Yeah. Shit, Baby Body.
Yeah.
But he's swole though.
For real.
Like,
Like,
the dude looking real jacked, baby. He out here with it. But he's just like 5'3".
that's what I'm saying. Crazy.
But give me one of them Dark Order pairs if it's not the Good Brothers. And then our main event for the AEW World Championship, Kenny Omega putting his title on the line, giving Jon Moxley a rematch in an exploding barbed wire death match. I don't like death matches. I think they're fucking stupid, personally.
They are excessive.
I think it's something that maybe 18, 20 years ago was probably still hot. You know, when ECW was still around, and then ECW got shut down, but we still had the residuals of that in the culture still. It had its own little niche. I think at this point it's so dumb. Like I'll be seeing clips on Twitter of death matches. I saw one earlier today. I was like, this shit dumb. And I don't know, but it's apparently that was Moxley's thing before he got the WWE.
Oh, what a shock!
Yeah, but who you got?
You know, it goes without saying. This is basically just. I think the concept only came up because they want to write Dean John. They want to write him off of TV so that he can go be with his wife. She's getting ready to have a baby. I don't think it would have been all this if that weren't the case, but I just
or maybe just working in Japan a little bit more, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, there's just something to write him off. It's probably still going to be decent. I mean, they'll make it work, but I'm just like, look, it seems to me that it only really hits with his matches, with Mox's matches, when it's something extreme. Like the match with Eddie Kingston was fire, but it was it was an I Quit match or something like that. Like when you gotta add all these extra elements to it, it's like we don't want to make the dude seem like he's one dimensional, but I don't know. We ain't making a strong case for it right now.
Even the match with Kenta had tables and shit, and that wasn't really promoted as a street fight or nothing.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I guess that's just his niche, but yeah, Kenny's gonna win this. They're gonna send John out in a blaze of glory, probably literally. They might set this dude on fire. Yeah, I'm like you. I'm not really big on this style of match, but if you're gonna pick two guys to work it would definitely be these two, because that match they had was it the lights out match or the unsanctioned or whatever it was
at Full Gear?
That was good. Yeah, that was good.
And it was stupid, but
yeah. But I mean, it's like if you're gonna have two guys that are gonna work this style of match, I think you can't do a whole lot better than these two at the end of the day. So, I mean, that's easy, but without question, it's John is taking this L in spectacular fashion.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Yeah, I got Kenny winning it. Just you gotta keep the reign going. He the collector.
Yep.
Let him finish up this wrap up this unfinished business back at his home office. Let him win the title in Impact. He beat world champion in 3 promotions at the same time. Maybe he go back to Japan. But yeah, I got Kenny winning, and I'm also going to follow Renee, and I'm going to turn her tweets on when the match happens.
Yo, she be going off. Oh my goodness, every time. Like,
really, guys? Really?
And I be reading those tweets in her voice too, so it's
me
like,
too.
It be, yo.
Oh, come
on. You know she be pissed off. This is gonna be stressful. I really wish she would do a live stream. Like
she should hop on live and just do live reactions to to her watching her husband do some bullshit. I think
And,
all
and,
of
and
us would
she
appreciate it.
and she pregnant now too, so like it's gonna be turned up to like 110. Those reactions
Facts.
that she gives. Oh, bruh, she's gonna be paying for this.
Facts. Hey, let's stick with the predictions, man. We wrapped up AEW, but NXT, we got a couple big tag team title matches on NXT this week. We got the NXT Tag Team Championships. Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan versus my guys, MSK. Who you got?
This is tough. Man, you know I love Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. That's my squad. Even though Vince want to keep talking about they mid at best.
You just don't know how to analyze wrestlers, man. That's all.
I think if you brought them this far so soon, you might as well just put the belts on MSK. Honestly, I didn't see Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch having a long reign, even though like myself, a lot of people are fans of them. I didn't see it lasting too long because I just like you could tell they never really pushed them as a top tag team. Like they just had to get their due. Like the same way I feel about Cesaro. At some point in time, he got to get his due. That's basically what they're kind of doing with Lorcan and Burch. So, I mean, they've had it for a good little while now. It's okay for them to give it up. I think they only had like 2 title defenses, and we haven't even seen them that much. So it's like you may as well strike with that while the iron's hot. You know what I'm saying? MSK is just came in and just shredded shit right now. And, it opens up the door to really kind of freshen up the tag team title scene all around. So
two title defenses, you right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got MSK winning just because, they exciting.
Might as well.
Might as well just do it. Like you clearly, Triple H clearly likes these guys. He put the rocket on them. Didn't even announce them for the tournament, and they won it at TakeOver. Their very first TakeOver. They won the Dusty Cup. Have them win the belts, man. Like Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch, they haven't really been doing much, and the only reason they're together was because of Pat McAfee. Oh, I mean, they was together before, but like the only reason they got to this point was because of Pat McAfee, and he hasn't been there.
Yeah, like the faction is what was giving them the push. Like it wasn't just them, because I don't know. They don't see them as valuable as other people do. But them with people
without their mouthpiece, I think many people don't really care about them.
Oh yeah. They're not talkers. Without Pete Dunne and McAfee kind of being in the center of it, it just kind of falls to shit. So if that's the case, then just keep it moving.
I agree. And for the women's tag team championships, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax versus chicks with attitudes. We call them HBK Dakota and Big Diesel, Raquel, Giant Gonzalez. Who you got, man?
It's Queen Kai and the Giant Gonzalez. It's time to take them belts. First and foremost, it's time to get the belts off of Nia and Shayna, keep them off, and split them up. But for just the purpose of this right now, if you're gonna keep Raquel in this tag team, then you might as well milk it for all it's worth, because Raquel, in my opinion, should be just about ready to challenge Io for the women's title. Because I'm at the point, like, the way she's been pushed the last couple of months, like, give her that shot going right into WrestleMania or whatever they're getting ready to do, WrestleMania weekend, or however they factor into it for NXT. But if you're not going to do that, then hell, give her this run with the women's tag team titles and push that for all you can, because I mean, she's standing out now. Dakota somehow went from being a standout, and Raquel's her heavy, to Raquel's a standout, and Dakota's just like her sidekick. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole tournament, that's all it was. Like, Raquel was just busting everybody up, and Kai was just around there, swinging whoever was left standing off to the side. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. I don't care as much about the her versus Nia confrontation, everything like that. It's not often that somebody kind of matches up in the stature with Nia, but look, I wouldn't care to see them one-on-one. Whatever they're gonna do in this match, it's not gonna be a big deal to me. If she slams her, she slams her. I don't care. But it needs to be another showcase for her at the end of the day. Don't be don't be too hard on Shayna either, because she got enough of a hard time getting through on the main roster. Bring NXT Shayna back to NXT. You know what I'm saying? That'll really spice this up even more. Like that'll kick this match up a whole nother notch. So if I get all that together, I will be mad with all of this at all. This will be good.
I don't have to add any more to that. You said exactly what I was gonna say. Like, just don't overthink it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
and if Vince McMahon don't want to do nothing with them women titles, let Triple H hold them down for a little bit.
Oh yeah, honestly, all the women you got down there, and we know Vince don't give a damn about tag teams anyway. So
right,
it's that simple.
We got a lot of new women down there too. We got this Performance Center class, the largest one in history. Got some big names on here. Speaking of women, probably the biggest headlining woman, Kira Forster, otherwise known as Taya Valkyrie to all of us, the wife of former ECW champion John Morrison. We already know about her. I don't got to add nothing to her, but let's talk about some of these people we might not know about. Bronson Rick Steiner, the son of Rick Steiner and the uncle of the biggest snub in Promo Madness history, Scott Steiner. 6 feet, 230 pounds. He was a running back at Kennesaw State University. This dude is a tank. Should be fun. Speaking of tanks, Parker Boudreaux, is that how you pronounce his name? 6'4", 300 pounds. Baby Brock Lesnar. Looks like Brock. Built like Brock. He was a lineman for UCF, the 2017 national champions, the true national champion. Shout out to Scott Frost.
Yes, sir.
Also, we got Angela Arnold, trained under Booker T at Booker T's Reality of Wrestling. She was in Shimmer. We got a few people from Evolve. One of them, Anthony Henry. You can find him on some Evolve content on the network. Chance Barrow, known as Harlem Bravado. Facts. Christian Casanova. Black Wrestlers Matter. Shout out to Christian Casanova out here. Priscilla Kelly. Y'all know who Priscilla Kelly is. Drew Casper. They say he's the brother of Jacob Casper, who joined the PC a few months ago. 285 pounds, All-American at Otterbein University, #1 seeded wrestler in the Division III NCAA tournament before COVID took that out. We got Cora Jade as well. Who else is on this list, man? Blake Christian. That one shocked me. Shout out to Blake Christian out here getting signed. Yeah. So he's another one that should be on TV immediately. LA Knight, we all know him as Eli Drake. He's already been on TV. You don't gotta say nothing about him. Matrick Belton played Division I football at South Carolina. Played for them Cox. Shout out to Smacking It Raw. He also was in the Eagles camp and wrestled trained at CZW Academy. We got Cameron Clay. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say much about that person, so I don't even know if it's him or her. Joe Areola is another state champion wrestler, state champion, national champion in high school. He wrestled at Buffalo in 2016, qualified for the NCAA tournament. Avery Taylor also competed in Evolve. Go check out some of her content on the network. Carissa Rivera, and I probably missed a few names. I skimmed through it, but yeah, I did miss a few names. The one name I was saving at the end, Teresa Serrano, currently known as Zoe Stark, known in Las Vegas as Lacey Ryan. She was in a Dusty Cup, had a match for the women's championship versus Io Shirai this past week.
Non-title.
Oh, was it non-title?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was for the belt. It was non-title. Either way, she put in work. So, and I see the compliments. I see the compliments on Twitter. Just know that is more where that came from out here in Vegas. So I'm saying we out here. The wrestlers out here is nice. The podcasts out here are even better.
Cool.
I'm just saying.
Cool.
I'm just saying. Cut the check. Cut the check. Hey, somebody got to cut the check. Tony, Vince, I don't know. Vince out here with $3 billion deals.
That's what I'm saying.
Got a little cash to spare, you boys out here. Get us on the network, man.
Like y'all had a great year in 2020, despite what everybody be seeing on the news. Record-setting year. So
them profits.
Yeah. I see my guy Swerve got his podcast on the network. You know. Lillian got her show on the network. Shout out to them. I'm just saying.
Alexa.
We've got yeah. I'm just we've got some stuff. Right. We got some stuff that we can add, that we can contribute. You know what I'm saying?
You want to keep your black delegation?
Yeah.
Holla at us, man. We gonna have Mark Henry on there.
Oh, listen,
Titus.
Listen, this is gonna be that's gonna be some solid content. We gonna compete with you.
Malcolm.
Oh, but he gonna be first one. He gonna be first one on the show. I'm telling you right now.
I just want to have a bunch of black people from WWE on there and just talk about black shit.
Yeah.
Like, what did y'all think about D'Angelo's verses last night? Shit like that.
Oh, no. You know what? First guest got to be a New Day. Malcolm right after that.
No, I want to ask Kofi, like, why you don't like R&B?
Oh, bro, I'm gonna have a list. I'm gonna have like a whole list, bro. Like that's crazy to me. I'm sorry. Like,
and Big E, why Iowa?
he got recruited.
True.
That's how it went down.
That's true. Hey man, shout out to
that too.
Me too, man. I was like, wow. Hey, well, shout out to that class, man. That class at the Performance Center. Got some names in there. I'm really interested to see how Baby Brock pan out, man. Heyman juiced him up too.
Oh boy.
Heyman was juicing him up on social media. So
20 more years of this shit. Here we go. Oh man.
And I want to see Rick Steiner boy too.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
And I need Taya Valkyrie on my television on Wednesday, no later. She don't need to be doing whatever the hell she doing. Let her get on TV. She probably the most built for TV person out of that whole class.
If you got to, bring Morrison back to NXT.
Right, he not doing nothing.
Yeah, this is good. Let him do his thing.
Right, I agree. Hey man, my guy Reek got some topics, some Reek rants. I don't know if it's a rant. Is it a rant?
Nah. It's not. It's a concern.
It's a concern.
And there's a question in there that I got to use specifically.
What's up?
So I'm gonna start with well, it's just really just this, but Bianca and Sasha. So for starters, I don't like the way we're booking this match. I love that it's happening. I want it to main event one of the two nights, but I don't like how we're going about this. We know where I stand on Sasha as a face. It don't cut it for me. It don't do it for me, and I'm not alone. The fact of the matter is that this only works. This matchup only works is if she's a heel. You know, Bianca's built up way too much support and empathy from the crowd and her story. It's like there's too much there for her to be. Yeah. There's way too much there for her to be the heel. Not to mention, Sasha does not convince anybody as a face. Like, did you see Broken Skull sessions with Sasha?
Yeah, I did.
I felt like she was a heel on that. Like, she said, like she's talking about her story, and it's like, yeah, we know she's a good person, but it's just like she just naturally comes off like a heel, and that's not a bad thing for TV. I mean, you could be a good person and still be a great heel. Like, plenty of dudes like that. Look at Orton. You know what I'm saying? Migos Orton, but on TV,
can't nobody say Randy Orton a bad person to me, because I thought Randy Orton was the biggest asshole when I was 10 years old, and then I met him in real life, and I was like, this dude is nice as hell. So like,
well, he was a bit of a dick in real life.
See, I don't believe it, because he was nice to me.
Yeah, he had his moments, but that's when he was still young. Like,
people was like, Randy Orton said what on his Twitch stream? I didn't hear it.
He said something, but no, like it's just for Sasha, it doesn't get me. Like,
yeah.
And the way this is being built up between the two of them, it's like it's too friendly. It's way too friendly.
Yeah, like they need to heat this up. They got about 5 weeks. They need to heat it up.
Yeah, and it's like I wanted to see it happen, like with that match at Elimination Chamber. I don't know why you keep bringing this side nigga Reggie into the mix of it. I don't need to see him here. Like, he doesn't need to be aligned with either of the two of them in this match. He really doesn't even need to be with Carmella no more. But just whatever you're trying to do with him, it's not working. The guy is good for TV. He's not good for these moments, this segment. Keep him out of that. Let these two go. What I wanted to see at Elimination Chamber was, obviously they weren't going to win the belts, but that could have been the catalyst to turn Sasha. Like, okay, they failed to win the match. She says, no, you wasn't cutting it. You didn't hold up your end or whatever. Like, you're not holding up. I'm the boss and you're supposed to be on my level, whatever. Whatever you had to do to really execute that turn the right way. We haven't done that. And then the way they announced officially that Bianca's going to challenge Sasha, like, that was lazy. I'm so tired of lazy booking. That's going to be a rant. I'm not going to do it this week. I'm not going to take the time to do that. But that's going to be a rant probably next week or the week after. I'm tired of lazy booking. That shit got to stop.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's not working for me. And the constant pointing to the sign and all the extra, the fireworks and stuff, like, you're doing it to death. Y'all got to stop.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they got 5 weeks. And, that's more than enough time to make the turn. And, we saw a little bit like maybe she could be turning like a lot of that, those tendencies that she's got. So it could happen. But now comes my question for you. Because I'm sure you know this. Sasha's 0-6 at WrestleMania. No wins whatsoever.
You don't got to rub it in, bro.
No. Because it's a question. It's a question. I got to ask this. Now, we all are on board with Bianca getting her moment at WrestleMania. But if that happens, Sasha goes 0-7. No wins at WrestleMania. Sasha's done damn near everything there is to do outside of Money in the Bank and Rumble. She's multi-time Raw Women's Champion, multi-time SmackDown Women's Champion, multi-time Women's Tag Team Champion. She's been to
NXT.
She's been to like how many? Oh, NXT champion. My bad. NXT Women's Champion. So she got almost everything to get the. She got Grand Slam.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, she's been to what, every WrestleMania except 34. Yeah.
Yeah.
All those straight up. Six appearances, no wins. We all want, to see this go down. It's going to be a great match. But are we all prepared to see Bianca have her moment at the expense of another loss for Sasha at WrestleMania?
I'm not. And I actually thought about this on Friday after SmackDown. I was like, Bianca can afford to lose. I don't think Sasha can afford to lose.
That's my thing. I don't know.
I'm also not prepared to see, Black wrestling fans whining on social media.
but see,
something got to give.
That it wouldn't make sense for them to. Like, I don't get fans in general, but it's like they're both Black. It's a win for everybody, especially if they main event night 1 or night 2. Like, and that's moving forward.
And I'm gonna need Triple H to send Aja Smith up to SmackDown for WrestleMania for one night and and referee this match.
Make it the trifecta.
Like, I'm just saying, like, you gotta, like, that is it, you do not drop the ball. Please don't drop the ball. Like, you got 2 Black women main event WrestleMania. Had a one Black woman ref in your company be the referee for this match, please. As Malik not here, but as Malik says, it writes itself. And if I was booking the women's division, like they should probably have me doing, I'm gonna throw my hat in to book this division. If I was booking a division, it's a no-brainer. I'm saying, yo, we need Aja up here for one night. Give her a bonus. Give her the WrestleMania bonus. Have her whatever the hell logistics got to be worked out to do it. It just makes sense. There's one Black. If she wasn't there, I would say they got like 3 Black dude refs. I would say one of them do it if she wasn't there. But since she's there and she's the only one, and you made a big deal about her being the first Black woman ref in WWE history on your website, you didn't make a big deal out of anywhere else. But on your website, you did. It writes itself. That's just my piece.
Yeah.
Don't drop the ball on this.
But yeah.
Don't be like Cam Newton in the Super Bowl and just look at the fumble and then step back from it. Don't do that.
Oh, that's a little cold.
I'm sorry, I had to get a straight bullet to my quarterback, man.
Damn, I was about to say he's still on your team, bro.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, but that's just like I said, I've been on the fence about it. Like, I really thought about it like last week. I forgot to bring it up before. I'm like, man, this will be the first time Sasha goes in as champ. She's been in plenty of title matches before, but I'm just like, I would love to see Bianca go over and get her win, but then I'm gonna remember again. The woman's done everything else outside of Money in the Bank and Rumble except win at Mania. And then I thought about it a little deeper. She's the only other horsewoman that hasn't won at Mania. Bayley's won, Becky's won, Charlotte's won. Bayley don't. Even Ronda has won at Mania.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, a majority of the women on the roster at this point haven't won at Mania.
Alexa got to win at Mania.
And Sasha does. Yeah, Alexa, Nia, just the iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. They all got wins at Mania. Sasha doesn't have one. But right. Took her titles. So, I mean, damn. I'm sorry. Like, Bianca's having a great year, and this isn't gonna hurt her. If anything, this is gonna just be a springboard to continue the momentum that she has. Like, okay, she just hits a little stumble, but then she'll be back. She can win it in the summer. You know what I mean? So
I also feel like they're gonna have Sasha win just because there's no heat to this at all. Like,
oh yeah,
they've been cool with each other since before the Rumble even happened. They was teaming up at Tribute for the Troops.
Yeah. If they keep it going like this, then it doesn't make sense for Bianca to win because there's no heat in it anywhere. If they switch up and like Sasha goes in full heel like the way she did against Bayley, if we get that Sasha, then you kind of have to have Bianca win. Like you booked into a corner. But if you want to keep this buddy shit going on the entire way, it's like, well.
I think if they have Sasha turn 2, they can't have her lose her first match. So I think either way, whatever direction they're going is going to see Sasha retaining the belt. And then hopefully that's not the end for Bianca. But I don't want them to do how they did her versus Shayna to where that's just stupid. I think her second match versus Shayna, she should have won that shit. Honestly. Yeah. Like the first match, she didn't tap out. She passed out.
Right.
You protected her in a loss, and that was perfect. So she should win the next match. You would think, no, they had her ass tap out. So
yeah, it was like it made me kind of think of that scenario with Asuka and Ember. Like the third go around, you could have had Ember win that. Like Asuka didn't have to go completely undefeated. Especially considering, like, knowing what we know now, it would have been better. But I mean, they love undefeated streaks, so
yeah. Anyway, so I think I want to close out with this, man. We wanted to talk about this. Apollo Crews, man. Just embracing his Nigerian heritage, man. And I love it. I love it. My guy came out there in the color. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And and contrary to belief, that is how native Yorubans speak with their accent.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's legit.
That's legit. That's a legit accent, contrary to what some people may think.
Yeah, I think his father actually worked in like the government down there too. I think.
Do it?
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. So it's like
he broke the accent out on Fox.
Right. I'm like, oh. The only thing was, I'm like, why didn't you do that from the jump? You know what I'm saying? Like you just put it on the tail end of the promo. Like, bro, just let that rock the whole way. That would have been all the way solid. But now this is the break that he really needed. Because I mean, whatever they were trying to do with him when they brought, I think number one, they brought him up from NXT a little early. Yeah. They brought him up a little bit early. They had a lot more shine. Like when he right off the bat had a match with Finn Balor, I'm like, yo, they got something with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Let him get some burn down there. So I guess like that was the peak for him, I guess, in their eyes down there. So they just brought him up all quick and then they didn't know what to do with him. Like he's just walking around with Kool-Aid smile and doing his flips and jumps and stuff like that. But it's like y'all not taking the time to really explore who his character, and you're not giving us a reason to care. So it's like, I love that it took Big E to bring that out of him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I said before, Big E gets that black serious. So it's like him doing that just triggered something in Apollo. As soon as he told him go back to catering, it's like the trigger went off in his head. Like, oh no, I'm gonna whoop your ass now.
Like, man, I am African royalty, my nigga.
Right. Like, he was like, nigga said, you did this in my country, cut your tongue out. Like, took them stairs and was throwing them on top of his back, got him out of action. Like, yo, that was it. That was it. Like, he gotta win now. He got to take the belt back.
For sure. You got to have him go full throttle with it. Give him 5 wives. Let him just come out there and just full guard. All that. Bring the King of the Ring tournament back and have him win it. And he beat the Nigerian king.
Yeah, it's about that time. Like Corbin don't need that crown no more. You know, it's a dub. Like he can honestly, I prefer to see Corbin as like that you see that segment with him and Edge when he was talking about the watches he got on, the money he spent on his watches. I would prefer to see him like that cocky dude that spent a whole lot of money than him being King Corbin. Like just let him be Baron Corbin balling out here. You know what I'm saying? And get the King of the Ring back, and definitely Apollo wins that. Like he going absolutely.
Facts, man.
Honestly, like I at first I wanted to see like if this whole thing with him and Roman would go somewhere, but he don't even need to do that.
Nah.
Just get him King of the Ring, and let it go from there. That's the Rocket.
Facts, man. Hey, I don't think we got no more else, man. Hey, Apollo, we out here.
Yes, sir.
We out here, my brother. We do it for Nigeria. We do it for Wakanda. No, I ain't about to do all that. I ain't about to take it that far. Hey, it's been the Young Kings Wrestling Podcast. I'm TC Fontaine, the thespian, and got Wreak Havoc, the Nature Boy. Woo! A little dry. that woo was a little dry. I got a soundboard for that one. Woo! A little better.
There we go.
Hey man, hit us up on social media at YK Wrestling everywhere except Instagram, where it's YK Wrestling _. Maybe in due time it'll be YK Wrestling again. We will see.
Hey man.
I ain't gonna get to that. Hit me up on Instagram at tc.fontaine. Yeah, Reed.
Catch me on Instagram and Twitter at Wreak Havoc 24. That is Reek, not Rick. RIQ. Also, go check out the Havoc Hour on YouTube, Spotify, and Anchor, wherever you listen to your podcast. I also have the page up on Instagram, _ the Havoc Hour _ working on some content for a new episode because it's been too long. Got a lot of stuff going on. I gotta clear some time out to get that back up, but definitely gonna talk about this because the Lakers had a little I don't know.
Back.
They just did some damage tonight. But
we had a little skid.
Jazz let them have it.
Yeah, the Jazz gave it to us, man. But we know what the Jazz gonna do. Ain't nobody scared of Rudy Gobert. You know what I'm saying? Like Spider, my dog. Jordan Clarkson, my dog. Mike Conley never put fear in my heart ever.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping on them. I ain't tripping on nobody out west. We the champs. I ain't tripping on them boys across town. You already know how I feel about them. I ain't about to waste no breath speaking on them. I'm not concerned about the Nets because I know what James Harden do when the lights shine bright. And I don't think Kevin Durant can save him because Kevin Durant couldn't save him last time. So I ain't concerned about nobody, man. The rest of the East is just garbage, so I ain't even tripping.
We never know. Oh, speaking of that, I'm at some point when I get that show going, I'm gonna have to talk to these Knicks fans because y'all got like grade A Stockholm syndrome. Y'all are embarrassing yourself out here in these streets, dapping each other up, celebrating to be 500. Like, no.
Bro, I saw that video. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, like I'm so glad I left because this is what it's come to now. They're 17-17. Okay, they're 4th place in the East in a terrible East division, or East Conference. Like this is sad.
Every team from 3 to 9 is within a game of each other.
Right.
So I think good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to them because they
talk to these Bulls fans too.
I'm gonna need Vince on for that. I'm needing to hear it.
Talk to these Bulls fans too, man.
But yeah, got some content up there. Working on some new shit, but got some stuff up now. Go check it out. My guys on there too. Came through. Him, Vince. I even got Matt on there. Warden Matt Ritter, the WBIC over at
HWBIC.
HWB. Yeah, there we go. It's a lot of letters. But yeah, add all the homies on there. Go check those out.
I agree, man. I think that's it. There ain't nothing else. Hey, go check that out, man.
Yes, sir.
And this is how we close it.
Yeah.
I just want to say, you couldn't tell me, because I swore Big Show was for show in the booth talking about some.
Well.